It is a small skeleton that has lived for 800 years. There is no eye, but it comes with red eye effect. Not only does he have the mortality of a severed limb to reconstruct his body, can also cast necromantic spells to summon an army of skeletons. Chopper draws the sword is to exterminate the human powerhouse. Just one cut, after merging with the master, will be able to block even the heavenly calamity, and such a powerful presence. Surprisingly, it's only a first-order new pet. You can imagine how scared those new 9-stage pets will be. So this is a universal pre-sale. The planet where star pets reign supreme. Technology is more developed than the Earth, but only as an auxiliary tool. Star pets are responsible for human life and work, war and pioneering. The battle pet master and his battle pet are responsible for even the international status of a country. It also depends on the strengths of the battle pet to speak. Su Ping is a traveler from Earth, but not only does he not have the standard golden fingers of travelers, and a loser who can't even fuck his sister. His only possessions, it's a pet store called Rogue, rely on selling some pet snacks and pet sitting to make ends meet. Recently, he was forced to close his business for 3 days because he couldn't pay his utility bills. But today, when I opened the door, I saw the shit on the ground. He was about to get angry, so that someone kicked him violently, and the green hair of the murderer is precisely the customer of Su Ping. The original green hair will be the new pet in the store hosting, only to have Soy put him in 10. The lionesses are locked up together. These 3 days, he is worse than death, drained to the state. Green hair command new pet launch skills. Today he will end this black store. Time stopped flowing in the nick of time. A dialogue box suddenly appeared in front of Su Ping. Suitable targets detected. System start binding. Just when Su Ping was excited, Blood Splash system shows that it is in the process of binding in Rogue store. Could it be that the awakening system is not yourself but the store? So it was a joke of the system. Binding store is of course even the shopkeeper together, buy one get one free. Su Ping was a little disappointed. One does not become a battle pet master because of this. However, but you are immune to all damage in the store. This means that if you are in the store, one is invincible. Suddenly time resumes its flow. The energy accumulation in the mouth of the war pet is full. Attack skills are about to erupt. Suddenly his mouth was held by someone. What the little beast wants to do to my store? He is invincible as long as it is in the store. Just now it chased away the greenhorns who were looking for trouble. The system detects that the crisis in the store is lifted. Reward him with a chance to refresh. Su Ping curious point on the use. Miracles happen. The store's used furniture was instantly turned into flying ash. Disappear. In its place, brand new furniture and equipment. It is as if it has been redecorated. Su Ping pushed open the door of a compartment. There are several rows of unseen beast dragons inside. There are still pet animals who are worrying and sleeping. The system corrected him that this is a pet foster slot. Can help pet animals to cultivate and heal. The size of the pet is adjusted during boarding. It will not be too big for the pet to feed in. And he also has a dream function. The pet animal will not eat, drink and shit inside. Su Ping muttered even shovel the poop do not need. So what should he do? The system prompted him to trigger the main task. Let him choose one of the 2 favorites. Cultivation of the 3 worlds. Su Ping hesitantly chose the Thunder Rat. Who knew that the skill of his first order pet animal is actually cute? Su Ping scared backwards, sucked in a cold breath, said good lightning it. The system says the pet animal will be trained according to the owner's direction, comprehend different skills. Since the genus lightning is a thunder attribute, Su Ping will be transported to the cultivation ground Thunder Cloud Sea realm. The room floor suddenly turned into a portal. A man and a beast, caught off guard and fell into a strange planet to sea. To the side in front of Su Ping immediately dumbfounded. No wonder it's called Thunder Cloud and Sea realm. The lightning all over the place is too exaggerated. The system says the lightning element is strong here, and the probability of encountering a giant beast of more than 100 meters is low. Su Ping is relieved. The original is just a bluff newbie village. Suddenly it was as if it was covered by a dark cloud. A 100,000-meter class giant king beast is slowly floating in. This big man sought to mow crickets, immediately opened his mouth and spat out thunder and lightning. 1 person and 1 beast without suspense was killed in seconds. Su Ping appeared in an unknown space in a cold sweat. I'm dead, aren't I? System prompt: this is the resurrection space. The lost love can always choose to resurrect, but if Soy didn't finish on time, we'll lower the rating. Will be wiped out when below 60 points. Only then did Su Ping realize that he had been pitted, and he doesn't have access to existing ratings. The only benefit is the infinite resurrection. but where there is a novice village where won't show lives. The system says that the king beast is encountered because the point of bad luck, and suggested that he sign a temporary contract with a pet animal. Improved perception. Since you can't quit, then we have to hurry up to support. So it chose to resurrect. The next second, he appeared in the Thundercloud Sea realm again. The Thunderbolt Rat also resurrected along with him. He immediately signed a temporary contract with a Thunder Rat. Next, this man and beast will continue to fight to complete the task. The system wishes them luck. If there is discomfort, to adapt to the good, King directly choose to ignore, and Thunderbolt climbed up the hill to observe the situation below. Su Ping looked at the horse that was eating the tender grass in front of him, thinking that the horse beast that eats grass should not be very threatening, and also fell along with a chance, and the thunderbolt, and next to the panic like a chirping sound. Looking at the trembling thunderbolt, Su Ping couldn't help but ponder. After the establishment of the contract, can't feel the fear of the thunderbolt. The front must. There is danger suddenly. Underground in front, a giant worm as thick as a horse beast emerged. A mouth that clings to the horse and beast. Although the horse beast in a desperate struggle, but also to no avail. Stubby insecticide. Immediately start enjoying the food in front of you. Slowly devouring the horse beast. The original is a juvenile 7 insecticide 10 meters level beast. Sure enough, the Thunder Mouse perception was correct. There is a real danger. Su Ping looked at the insecticide in front of him. I wonder who gave him the courage. Shouting, it looks less than 100 meters long. We have a chance to take him out. Lightning Mouse charge. Bite his neck with power. The Thunderbolt heard the instructions and immediately rushed towards the sandworm with teeth and claws. Sandworm, enjoying a meal, did not notice the movement behind him. A thud. Thunderbolt rats hit hard on the hard shell of insecticide. The system prompt suddenly appeared. Thunderbolt dies from head injury, but with the new skill of Ramen, will you bring it back to life? Su Ping finger towards the attached rocket dark go pondering. Lightning Mouse, this calm my power is completely insufficient. The good thing is that you can infinitely resurrect. No matter how much blood this monster has, I can squeeze him dry little by little. At the moment of clicking the resurrection button, the sound of swish and swish sounded. A burst of green light suddenly emerged from the ground. The Thunderbolt is successfully revived intact. A headbutt on the insect beetle. After the Thunderbolt rat that ran itself to death was revived. Ready to go. Prepare for a clean slate. Keep moving to get closer to him. Use size difference to avoid attacks. Circling to his side. The Thunderbolt mouse perfectly executes Su Ping's instructions. Flexible guerrilla warfare. It is now. Thunderbolt with power. Attack the gap between the back armor and the secondary armor with a dash skill. After hearing the instruction, the Thunderbolt hissed. Tighten up the whole body. The head of the blue vein suddenly aired directly towards the giant sandworm rushed. A loud bang. The Lightning Mouse hit the weak point of the giant sandworm hard. The sandworm twisted its body in pain at once. Giant mouth spurts a mouthful of old blood. It's working. We can win if we keep fighting like this. The sandworm that eats pain can't accept being wounded by this weak mouse. A hiss of rage was heard. Insecticide seizes the opportunity. A turn to open the saw mouth directly bite the Lightning Mouse. Thunder rats die from ruptured internal organs. Is it resurrected? Su Ping rushed towards the case of gun to the rocket. Bring me back to life. Lightning Mouse to hold on. Thunderbolt after successful resurrection, launching another life for injury attack. A loud bang. Killbug suffers another Thunderbolt hit. Thunder rats are killed immediately after each impact. Thunderbolt after successful resurrection, immediately use the punching skill, hitting the weak point of killing insects, causing him harm. Trade life for injury. Use infinite resurrection to wear down your opponent. Suddenly just resurrected, the Thunderbolt hair stands. The body emits the power of thunder and lightning. Thunder and lightning intertwine with each other to make a zipping sound. Due to the abundance of environmental mind elements, Thunder Mouse has mastered some of the thunder power. Then you can attach the lightning to the punching skill. Obtain skill advancement. Lightning Rampage. Su Ping got excited at once. The quality progression of skills is too good. With the thunder element attack, it should be able to completely penetrate the insect armor's defense. Su Ping shouted impatiently, let's end the fight with this move. The Thunder Mouse immediately began to build up its strength. The body emits violent energy fluctuations. The whole body turns azure, lightning wrapped around the body, constantly emitting a silky sound. The Lightning Mouse that has finished accumulating power. The thunder and lightning power burst out from the body. A whirlwind is formed. The power of thunder and lightning fills it. The violent thunder and lightning whirlwind kept issuing bursts of booming sound. Lightning Charge skill successfully launched. The Lightning Charge directly killed the giant. Insect strikes through the Lightning Mouse with all its strength. At this moment, is also exhausted. Discontented with wounds on the side gasping for breath. Lightning Rat complete kill. Battle power improvement test progress to percent. Soei's excited see. Well done, Thunderbolt. Inwardly pondering, it seems that the Thunderbolt's current physical strength can only use lightning dash once. We have to let him rest for a while to find new prey again. Suddenly the ground made a rumbling sound. The ground violently began to tremble. Shocked, Su Ping could not stand. Su Ping seems to have something huge rising from the ground in front of him. The rocks brought up like rain towards him. What came into view was a group of huge adult giant sandworms. 100 meters class beast. Adult giant sandworm swarm. I'm going to take out a 10 meters larvae. Just give me a swarm of 100-meter giant insects. That's too much. How can I fight? Su Ping looked in front of him. The wire rise and the giant beast that suddenly rose up from the ground. Adult giant sandworm swarm. The whole person is directly paralyzed, falling into despair. Before Soei could react, the giant sandworm's giant tail swept towards him. A snap. He and the lightning mouse were directly knocked away. Theft flying in the air by Soei. There was an awe scream of misery. Fly tens of meters away, fall into the ground and rolling under the tree before stopping its shape, was beaten on the ground and opened his mouth to cough up a mouthful of pus blood. Damn, that just broke at least 5 or 6 ribs. Adults are much more powerful than larvae. Is there any need to continue this battle? Su Ping looked at the swarm of insects in front of him and lost the battle. A giant bug can beat me like this. Such a disparity in combat power. Is it still necessary to persist? The Thunderbolt was also badly injured, and the strength of the last battle has not yet recovered. Surely it is better to give up resistance. Large number of enemies, even if resurrected to fight again. Two fists cannot beat for hands. Hurry up and resurrect randomly after. Continued practice is the wisest choice. At this point, Su Ping has completely given up the struggle. Kneeling quietly in place, the giant sandworm also opened its huge mouth without any hesitation, ready to enjoy the food in front of you. The Thunderbolt on the side looked at his master's imminent death. Shigemoth struggled angrily to get up. The body once again stimulates the lightning. At the moment when Su Ping was about to be eaten, the lightning mouse actually launched the lightning charge again, succeeded in stopping the insecticide attack. Su Ping looked at the residual thunder and lightning in front of the alarming damage. Surprisingly, he was able to use another lightning punch, and still released by their own will. The scarred Thunderbolt landed on the ground with a steady swish. The eloquent eyes reveal a strong battle. I feel your battle. What about desperate times? It is good to experience. Thunderbolt didn't even give up. All the more reason not to sit back and wait for death. Insecticide swarm looked at the prey in front of them, actually dared to resist. Several killing insects immediately rushed out together, crashed towards Su Ping. Su Ping swept away his previous disheveled appearance. The battle was intensely shouted. Even if you die, it must be a battle death. At once, Su Ping's eyes went black, although very imposing but does not change anything. Wish. The system prompts you to select random resurrection. Su Ping, who was randomly resurrected, not yet recovered from the battle just now, eyes dumbfounded at the Thunder Mouse. Su Ping, who was in shock, was covered in cold sweat. The big head gasped. Strange, I am obviously full-blooded resurrection. Why are you still so tired? Resurrection is mentally taxing on the host. The current host's mental power is too low. Frequent resurrection in a short period of time. It is normal to feel tired. Please ask the host to elevate the stand while also focus on the exercise of spirituality. I see. Just like a car with a good engine, no gasoline is useless. It seems to be a good exercise this body. Suddenly a sight of the thunder and lightning boosted up violently, constantly emitting a zipping sound. A hint that Soei is in danger. Is there an enemy nearby? No way, let people live. Su Ping, after choosing a random resurrection, come to a place full of small mountain piles. The Thunderbolt mouse kept making a zipping sound, a hint that it has enemies in the vicinity. Su Ping touched the raised hill on the ground. Eerily, I said, landforms here. Indeed, it is not quite the same as the giant sandworm. This subtle feeling is. Suddenly the feet swayed wildly. The entire stone area below the sudden extension of several tentacles. The thick tentacles plunged directly to the ground, emitting a loud rumbling sound. Su Ping and Thunder Rat quickly pull away from each other. Observe from a distance the giant beast in front of you, 10 meters class. Behemoth 10 in charge. Su Ping could not help but smile confidently. It turns out to be a 10-meter class 2 problem is not big. 10 monsters are the first to attack. The moment the saw mouthful of fangs opened, a zipping sound. A pile of green liquid ejected from the mouth of the saw. Su Ping robust, even towards a side block away. Green liquid. The moment it touches the ground, it makes a silky sound. The ground was then corroded out of a pit. Su Ping looked at the melted ground, shocked too. This is a strong acid. This can't be hit by him. Serping dodged the strong acid and then shouted thunder at. Use all your strength to get on the horse. Let them see you grow. The thunderbolt heard the instructions and immediately inspired the power of lightning, wrapped in thunder energy. Lightning ramming ready to go. From the first day of Serping's arrival, I don't know how many days have passed. At this moment, somewhere, in the thundercloudsy realm, on the ground, lay the remains of several giant sandworms. Serping at this moment is lying on the wreckage of the sandworm with bruises and gasping for breath, obviously just had a fierce battle. The system suddenly sent out a prompt congratulating speed completion. Mission speed using resurrection, total 69 times. Thunderbolt used resurrection, a total of 847 times. Total 472 kills completed. Entire area, a large number of monster wreckage lying in a dance. This shows the intensity of the battle situation. Lightning Mouse skill progression, lightning charge progression to lightning flash. Thundercloud Mouse comprehends the skill, Thunder Shadow Bullet image. Receive bonus items out of the number of appraisals sold. Suping looked at the system panel in shock. Thunder Flash and Thunder Shadow Bullet like. Lightning Mouse has learned the Thunder system in teleportation. Top 10 secrets. New pet skills are divided into 6 qualities according to battle power. The higher the quality of the skill, the more powerful it is. And among these bewildering pet skills, some are inherited from the ancient times, known as the secret book. The method of extreme density has long been lost. Only talented and extremely new favorites it is only possible to comprehend. Can be lower than the sea world, has a high purity of the lightning element. Thunder rats in countless life and death struggles. Full potential. Learning to be intensive is not surprising. Hey, so that's it. The mission is complete. Send me back. I do not want to stay a moment longer. System prompt cultivation unavoidable off. The host will soon be disconnected from the Thunder and Sea realm. Host and pet grant temporary contract release violation in preparation. Suping quietly closed his eyes and waited for the return. Countless resurrections have made him physically and mentally exhausted. Hate to fall to the ground right away. Big whoop. It's time for the lower part of Longjiang Bay City again. Fengshan College. The annual preliminaries of the new favorite battle team selection. Final round. Which students will it be this year? Can win from the competition? And who can be the new favorite master students? Who will be in the top WA team earlier? Could it be Yao? Or Joshua Han? Maybe it's Zhang Xiao. Su Yanyin at the edge of the crowd. It's a third year battle pet master of Fengshan Academy. At the moment, he is emotionally depressed and lamenting. I thought the district qualifier would not. What's the problem? Why the first rounds? Oh, let me meet the seeded player who is expected to win the championship. Mejian Shuahan in the first round and was easily defeated. The second round was met by Yihao. It also ended badly. Lost 2 rounds in a row. And this last round will meet Zhang Xiao. I only have freshly treated white teeth left on my hands. Hungry tiger beast can be on the field. It seems that we can only pick up the lightning mouse back. Not much of a fighter though. But at least new favorites can be put together. Meet the entry rules. At least let the white teeth hungry tiger beast on the field to fight. Can't give up yet. Soon, Su Yanyin then came to the rogue pet animal store. Is anyone there? The store is empty everywhere. This is to close down and move. Luckily I came in time. Is the boss here? I came to get my new favorite. Suping heard the sound of the door of the room to open out to welcome guests. Hello. How can I help you? Su Yanyin said in a hurry. Hello boss. I have a month ago. The thunderbolt that is in your care. How is he? I want to take it back early. He's too good to be true. Let's settle the bill. This boss, how to speak a little strange. Are you worried that I won't pay for that early pickup? Su Yanyin smiled and said, Boss, don't worry, although I came early to pick up. However, the foster care fee is still the same as previously set. You will not be missing a point. Suping laughed and did not pay attention to him. After all these experiences with Thunder Mouse, there are also feelings. Suping picked up the lightning mouse, sighed with reluctance. Hey little one, get up. It's time for you to go home. Don't forget me after you go back with your master. The thundering sage grouse cry seemed to be a promise. After the handover of the Thunderbolt agency, the system prompts to detect a currency entry. Store function open. Currency is automatically converted into energy points. The system again prompted a new task. Chaos breeding 0 pool established. Ask the host to breed a pet animal of your choice. Limited time 7 days. The task rewards with a war pet still book. Task failure penalty when the rating failed to wipe. The host can buy the awakening liquid in the store to become a battle pet master. What, I can become a battle pet master now? Suping was shocked when she heard the system prompt. Can I really become a battle pet master? The system answer is yes. Just use the awakening fluid, another stored in the host sea of stone. Want to buy products in the future? Just say it in your mind and it will appear. Su Ping listened to the excitement and said buy. Must buy. Fingers clicking frantically towards the awakening fluid option. Thump system prompt cannot be purchased. Not enough energy. Energy is converted mainly through the currency earned by the host. The ratio is 100 to 1. Current remaining energy is 1 point. Su Ping suddenly felt bad, even looked at the watch too. The energy should not be. The watch clearly indicates a receipt of $108. Su Ping was on fire, as if humiliated. He growled in anger. What? I bred a new pet that is learning the 10 secrets. It's worth $108. At this time, Fengshan College. The preliminaries of the new favorite team selection are also underway. The host shouted that the game was really exciting. Zhang Xiao's magic dragon feast only used one move. He seriously wounded Su Yanyan's white hungry tiger beast, as expected of Zhang Xiao, who is known as the Elite Terminator. The power is really strong. Zhang Xiao smiled at Su Yanyan and said, do you want to continue? This game seems to be no suspense. Su Yanyan before the 2 rounds, also one of the seeded players, but the luck is too bad. Met to ace players from our college. Most of his new favorites are seriously injured. There is almost no chance of winning. Still too young, facing a certain defeat without thinking of reserving strength. And so do not leave a retreat hard fight. It's really not wise. Muscleman laughs, you are a spectator. The result of this competition for him, it is related to the future, can join the topographic war team. The man with the glasses echoed the sentiment. Even if he had no chance of winning, naturally, I want to do my best to fight. The host looked at the situation in front of him and shouted, let's see how Su Yanyan is going to respond. Should we admit defeat or die fighting? Su Yanyan's white-teeth hungry tiger beast, since the last defeat, treated but not yet cured. At the moment, the wound is added to the wound. The hope of winning this game is almost zero. Su Yanyan reluctantly thought, how could she be defeated so quickly? Is this the end of 3 years of college? Zhang Xiao is now in a position to win, smiling at Su Yanyan. You are just like that. Magic Dragon Dog sent her a decent bar, when instructed to do so. The dragon dog immediately opened its mouth and refused. Quickly gather out the furious fire energy. Skill flame of the dragon activated. The host also exclaimed at this scene. Zhang Xiao strikes. He intends to take advantage of the fact that the 100-foot hungry tiger beast has not yet resumed action, ending the fight. Su Yanyan looked at the huge flame of the inferno dragon, despite the reluctance. But in order to protect the white-toothed vicious tiger beast, I had to shout out, I admit defeat. Suddenly there was a loud boom. The fire of the dragon crashes into the huge energy shield. The host shouted that it was the referee who had struck. Su Yanyan surrendered. Let's congratulate Zhang Xiao for winning the first set. Zhang Xiao inwardly said that the concubine was almost able to finish him. The mouth said disdainfully that you are lucky. Speed for the next second. Su Yanyan turns around. Look at the thunderbolt, who is eating snacks like crazy. I felt a dilemma at once. What to do? Now the only one left on the field is the thunderbolt. But after the thunderbolt returned from the pet store, just keep eating junk food. Is the black pet animal store by the bad? Can I still play him in this condition? Just when Su Yanyan was in a dilemma, the host yelled out to the students, according to the competition rules, Su Yanyan, now there is only the thunderbolt around to compete. At this moment, Su Yanyan is torn between the idea that this won't work, an opponent that even a 100-foot hungry tiger can beat. How can I let the thunderbolt suffer a meaningless injury? Do you really want to put him on the field? Even if I have mastered the third-order power, enhanced pet animal shits notes, it can only make the first-rank fighting power of the lightning mouse upgrade to second-order battle power. At this point, the host shouted the well-known third-order magic dragon dog vs first-order lightning rat. It must be a one-sided merciless abuse. The difference in power is too great. I can't let the thunderbolt die for nothing. It seems to be the only way to stop here. Just when Su Yanyan was about to give up, the thunder mouse leapt forward with a fierce cry of knowledge. After the host saw the thunderbolt on the field, immediately said, it seems that Su Yanyan is ready to carry out this no suspense battle now. Let's start the countdown to battle. Su Yanyan suddenly frowned in place. The thunderbolt turned its head and gave a radical cry. Say you can handle it. Zhang Xiao looked at the scene with satisfaction. Luckily the little thing came up on its own. Otherwise, it is too meaningless. National Dragon Dogs roast this little trash for me. The moment the countdown is completed, Zhang Xiao then attacked and took the lead. Lightning Mouse also excites lightning energy all over its body. Start to build up your skills. Su Yanyan commanded the Lightning Mouse. Use lightning speed dash to dodge attacks. The moment the Thunder Mouse heard the instruction, it frowned in place. forced to interrupt spellcasting. The lightning mouse that failed to accumulate power. At this time, Kun only regulate in the rain of fire to avoid the walk is not as good as. Thunder rats were blasted by the scattered fire rain on their bodies. The moderator saw the scene, immediately said the Thunderbolt mouse was knocked down by the Demon Dragon Dog in ground vs. sure loss matchups. There's a saying that running away is shameful but useful, but running slow is not good enough. Zhang Xiao after a hit, more arrogantly, he commanded the Demon Dragon Dog, give me a slow torture. He uses the Drogtarian skill.